Huh? Hey, I'm tryna win. I'm tryna win in the 716 and I'm making it big. I wanna live. I think I'm ready to travel. I'm telling the world what it is. I cannot quit. I wanna watch all the replays, the relays, the races I did. I went and did it like Nike. I'm doing it. Training the city to know I'm the. I got the golden ticket. I am the moment living, the one they was missing. Looking and searching and never discovered the passion I had in my soul. They was just passing and calling it quits. Now I.
Yo, what's good, man? It's the Easy Pinchot Podcast with your one and only host, Glory Boy, here with another special guest on the podcast. Thank you for coming through.
No problem.
This was a hustle. And I appreciate you for being so patient with me because it was a busy day for me, and I know you have a busy day yourself.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just go in straight to introductions. So first of all, you're 17 years old.
Yes.
Young black female pilot in the United States. You'll be sharing your inspiring journey with a lot of people, especially like a lot of kids that's growing up as well. So that way they could be inspired by you. And also, so let's start off. Can you tell us your name?
My name is Kamora Freeland.
All right.
Yep.
Your name is Kamora Freeman.
Freeland.
Sorry. And where are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm from Staten Island, New York.
Nice. So you're not too far from here.
No.
Okay, that's good. So that's really good. And so let's start off with quick questions, especially with I see you have some NASA suit on. So what inspired you to pursue becoming a pilot at such a young age?
So originally I didn't want to be a pilot.
Okay.
I wanted to be a marine biologist. But one day my mom tells me that I won a scholarship to get my private pilot license. So I went on my first flight. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't until I went home I looked at how much money you can make, and I seen $700,000. I was like, I'm definitely gonna be a pilot then. And then I also seen that out of like 500,000 commercial pilots, there's less than 3% that are black women pilots. Okay. So I definitely want to be a part of that change. So that's how I got into it, and then I dedicated my life to aviation for like the past year and a half.
Wow, that's amazing. And also just being the first young black woman.
Youngest African-American female pilot.
Youngest African-American. That's such an amazing thing. And especially for the young generation, everybody else that's growing up. And how many people have actually come to you and said, like, wow, like at such a young age and you're doing this for yourself? Like, how many people could you say?
A lot, like especially when I speak at schools, like there's always children or other teens that come up to me and tell me how I'm inspiring them, or they ask me how did I do it and what steps did I take to do it.
Wow. And so at your young age as well, let's talk about time management. How do you manage your time in terms of like trying to balance school and also your life in general to try and hang out with friends and so on? How do you do that?
Well, ever since I was little, I always had a busy schedule. So this wasn't like too difficult for me to manage, but there was a few times that I felt like I couldn't manage it all.
Okay.
So what I did was I wrote down in my notes, I planned out my day, like what I wanted to do and the time slot for everything. There's definitely been times where I wasn't able to hang out with my friends because I was, aviation came first. So I sacrificed hanging out with my friends for aviation, but I think it's all worth it because I still get to hang out with them. But just sometimes I have to prioritize aviation.
Right. I mean, that's true. You have a purpose, and you're trying to pursue that purpose, right, which becoming the first youngest black African American pilot, and so on, and also making your parents proud. And also let's talk about just how do you balance the demands of like flight training with your other academic and balancing also your extracurriculums.
So the good part about my school, I get out of school at 11:15, and I do have college class in the afternoon, but I have they're online, and I also have one that's after school on Wednesdays. Okay. So the other days I go to the airport after school and I fly then.
Wow. So you've been flying airplanes so far?
Yes, I'm a licensed pilot.
Wow, that's amazing. And let's talk about like the size of the airplanes. Like what's the size have you?
They're small planes, so the single engine hold about 4 people. But you have to start in a small single engine plane, so right. I'm gonna work my way up to the jets. All
right, definitely. And also when we first started this, you mentioned about your parents actually showing you, okay, this will be a great career to pursue, and also you saw how much money you can make from it. But what else have motivated you to excel like within this profession?
So definitely once I got submerged in this world. So I never seen black pilots until I started flight training myself.
Okay.
So once I started attending these Black pilot events, whether it's Black Pilots America, Sister of the Skies, or things like that, I developed a passion for it because I was surrounded by other pilots, and I heard the way they spoke about it, and I was like, wow, I feel the same way.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So, like, with every pilot that you've met, they've been very, very much like a mentor to you, like
Yes,
teaching
definitely.
you how everything is going.
Yes, and the aviation industry, like especially in the Black community and aviation industry, we all look out for each other. So I think there's so many pilots I can call right now, and they'll give me a lot of advice.
Wow, that's amazing. And also, let's talk about actually the school that you're going to right now. How has your experience been as a dual enroll honor student at Kingsborough
Yes.
early college secondary school and also Kingsborough Community College? How has that been for you so far?
Um, I got to school at 15, so it's really not that hard to manage aviation in high school.
Okay.
And my school is definitely very understanding. Like today, I'm missing school to be here, and they're understanding of it all.
Wow. So like right now they know you're actually doing something positive for
Right.
yourself. And do you also have that good relationship with your teachers on a
Yes,
daily
definitely.
basis?
Yep.
What do they say to you as you're walking in the hallway or just being in their classes?
They always tell me they want me to come to their classes to speak to their students,
Okay.
and they tell me that I'm an inspiration to all those kids in the school.
Yeah, you're very much an inspiration because I saw the last actually sit down that you already have. I saw you was sitting actually in front of so many kids, and just being, I mean, in high school and so on, and sitting in front of all those kids is it's a huge courage.
Yes.
Not everybody can do it. Not everybody have the courage to sit down and look at so many faces. People who are close to your age or people who are even older than you. Let me say, like, have you spoken to college students as well?
No, I haven't spoken to any college students yet.
Okay, just high school,
High school, and middle school, and elementary.
Okay, nice. Okay, so now let's talk about some other things here. Who are some of your role models, if you could tell us?
So definitely the Tuskegee Airmen, because they paved the way for me. Like without them, I would not be able to fly. Well, if without the Tuskegee Airmen, I would not be able to fly. They paved the way, like I said, and especially my mom, because she started this all for me.
Wow.
Like she planted this in my head, and I just did the work to get done. So definitely my mom.
Shout out to mom.
Yes.
Shout out to mom. And also, let's also talk about some of the challenges you faced, because we all face challenges. Nobody's perfect in this world as human beings. What challenges have you faced so far throughout your journey, and also how have you come to overcome them?
So actually, I was studying for months for my check ride. So there's 3 tests I need to get your private pilot license. So there's a written, or oral, and the practical. So I was studying I passed my written as soon as I came back from Flight Academy in Seattle, Washington, with Black Pilots America, Red Sox Fly. So I passed my written, so that wasn't a problem. I had intense 2 weeks there, so I came back and I passed my written. So it wasn't until I went to my oral that I started having some challenges. So I was studying every day, but I took a practice test, and they told me that you're not going to pass if you take your oral now. Like you're going to feel like you don't know enough. So I was devastated. I was crying, but my mom was like no, you can still study. Like you have a week before your test. Like you can study. So that's what I did every day after school. I spent hours studying, over 2 hours a day studying, reading textbooks, and going over everything. And then 2 days before the oral, I went back to the same guy, and he was like, wow, you made a major improvement. Like, did someone help you study? And I was like, no, I just went over all the textbooks and the resources, and then I ended up passing 2 days later.
Wow, congrats. Let's give you a hand of applause for that.
Thank you.
Because it's not easy. It's not easy to actually have that self-push, the self-motivation. And shout out to your support system. You keep mentioning your mom, so she's an important person in your life.
Definitely.
Can you give us some of the qualities that you've seen in your mother that can also influence other mothers out there to continue to, inspire their kids growing up?
She's definitely understanding, and she encourages us to use our own voice, and she always plants seeds in our head and let us know that we can do it, and she encourages us. So I would say do that for your children, because it goes a long way. It gives them confidence. So
confidence is key.
Yes.
And you have a lot of confidence because, shout out to you, girl. And also, so let's actually get to some of the exciting topic here, because we're running out of time. As you can see, she's running out of time. So what excites you the most about the opportunity to intern at NASA, because you're also interning at NASA. What excites you the most about it, and what do you hope to gain from that experience?
So I did get offered to intern at NASA, but I don't think I'm gonna do it because I'm just not interested in going to space or anything. So I don't think I'm gonna take it.
Why are you not interested? There's a lot of people that actually want to go to space. Yeah, as you can
Yeah.
see, Elon Musk is building his own rockets,
Yeah.
and so many other people. What's the pushback?
I don't know. I'm just like, I really love space. Like, I love the whole idea of it, but I don't know if I want to go personally. Like, I don't know. There's still so much on Earth that we need to discover, and we're going somewhere else. I feel like we need to find everything that's going on here first.
Right, and also just being a pilot. Let's talk about airlines. Which airline would you look into working with in the future?
I'm open to any airline, but I like United and Delta in Alaska. So
Okay, why not the other ones?
I don't know. Like most of the pilots that I know.
Okay.
That's what they work for, and they love their experiences there. So I'll consider working those ones.
Dope. And my last question for you is, what advice would you give the other young people who aspire to achieve similar accomplishment as you?
If they want to do the aviation route, I would say apply for scholarships because there's a lot of scholarships out there that people don't know about. But just overall, I would say find out what you want to do and do the work to get it done. You're going to have to make sacrifices, but it's all worth it in the end.
And I also want to ask you this. So for some people might want to get in contact with you just to ask questions. As you know, there's always going to be someone interested in the same thing that you're doing. How can they like reach out to you in terms of that?
You can find me on Instagram at Kamora Freeland, Kamora _ Freeland, sorry. And then you can reach out to my mom's email. Yeah.
All right, shout out to mom. You keep mentioning mom. Shout out to mom. She's right there actually. And yeah, thank you so much. Did you even try the popcorn?
No, I didn't try it.
All
I
right,
could try it.
Go ahead and try the popcorn.
Okay.
So this is This is what's popping. It's a brand in Buffalo, New York. It's a black-owned business, basically. And I wanted you to try it.
Okay.
Because Kombi told me you was coming, so I'm like, yo, let me get some bags. And mom, you have to take a bag too. You know.
Okay. What flavor is this one?
So this one is, man, I don't know why they put it like something like parm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not no meat, no nothing.
Okay, good.
Tell me how it is.
This is good. Yeah.
Good. All right, perfect.
good.
Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. This is Easy Pinchot Podcast with your one and only host, Glory Boy. And y'all go ahead and follow her. What's your Instagram again?
Kamora _ Freeland.
Y'all heard that, man. Go ahead, and I'm going to put everything in the description below. Thank you. And she has to go. All right, we out of here.
Thank you.
Peace.